Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, June 20th, and um, I've been getting calm down laws again, but I'm getting these telepathic messages again. I'm always getting them, as a matter of fact. Um, but for me, I'm trying to figure out kind of not only where are they coming from, but and their meaning. But I'm trying to put myself in perspective of what I'm being told, and I, I keep getting things told to me over and over again. It's because I kind of keep need to be reminded, I guess, while I'm here. Like I said, I'm just like a lot of other light workers out there. I came in here with a mission, which I did. They keep telling me I'm a tutor, and that's kind of why uh, I'm not supposed to be telling you all the answers, if you know what I mean. Like a tutor is supposed to uh, sort of guide you or kind of point you in the right directions, and you're the one that has to figure out the answer. I've been told some things that I can tell you guys, and I call them spoiler alerts because they're from it's from Source itself, from God itself, and the best way for me to explain this is, and I know I've used this example before, but all of these universes and planets and all this stuff, this is kind of our social life, if you know what I mean, for for growth, for all of us to and growth and experiences, and we can all learn. There's so many things to learn, not only just different dimensions and things like that. It's like everything's like a challenge. But as far as so, and it says we're all. It's always like this uh, giant classroom. It's a huge classroom that we're all learning things at different rates and different lessons, and that's why we come back and it, to a lot of different physical forms all over the universe, and for for experiences and learning lessons, that type of thing. So, telling you what they told me was going on with Earth in particular is, yeah, it was a classroom that it was kind of almost designed to be really tough, really hard. Like to be here, to have decided to come to this classroom, I mean, you're really a strong spirit because to be able to take this, either that or you're brave because this is really a tough. I keep calling them modules, but it is definitely a reality that we're experiencing. But uh, but these are it's tough. This one's really tough, and it's full of subtleties. Like uh, this is really complex. It's really a complex thing, and what we're getting out of it depends on. That's a lot of different people get a lot of different things, but um, it, it's basically you're learning to be spiritually aligned, like basically picking uh, service to self versus service to others, that type of thing. There's kind of ethical sort of question, ethical challenges and things like that. But what Source basically told me or confirmed to me again last night was this 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 whole thing is under control. Just so you know, I mean, so that there was definitely a happy ending to this. Like I said, it's I knew how this ends. Is it's inevitable how we're gonna basically triumph over all these dark entities and things like that. But it's it's like a really interesting experience for all of us to go through to really for it to sink in for this lessons to really resonate for for eternity. This is for our souls. I'm talking about. Like it's almost like a soul memory. It's like you know, you really this is a tough one, and if you can graduate from this uh, and learn from it, man, it's really going to be strong as far as your spirit is concerned. Now, like I said, they keep telling me I came here like as a tutor, and that's why as a tutor I'm not really here to tell you the answers to the to the tests, sort of, but I'm kind of here to help guide people in the right direction. To say, basically, I'm kind of like just here to help guide and help go through it. But this isn't a classic classroom. If you kind of get what I'm talking about, this is the way Source or God does this throughout the universe. Is it's all encompassing. When you come into these physical realities, it completely becomes your only reality. So you're playing for keeps. Like you're playing for all the marbles. It makes it so much more realistic and so much more palatable, so real that the lessons really sink in. So that's kind of so what what he or Source or God uh, wanted to confirm with me, or basically just sort of tell me, is we don't have to worry about things as much because it's actually under control. This is a controlled lesson. It was originally out of control, and that's why a bunch of us starseeds were sent here to help with this transition, because yeah, it was actually overwhelming. It's almost like we bit off more than we could chew. That's a better way to explain it. So we're all learning at different rates. We are learning different lessons, um, but ultimately, Source was basically explaining to me that basically that we won. So this is just being played out and kind of being stretched out a little bit for the you can call it sleepy, but whatever. But it's people that aren't aware yet. For us that sort of know what's going on, we met the challenge and we're going, yeah, okay, we're gonna figure it out, and we're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay away from this, whatever. I can't speak openly necessarily yet. Still, I can't explain everything on these social channels. But anyway, so I guess what I'm getting at is I'm trying to give you guys confidence, and so you understand that yes, of course we're gonna win. But we're kind of just going through this as a big classroom. So we can't. We're kind of waiting for the other students. Really, we're spiritual students is what we are. We're waiting for the other students to get up to speed, and that's why we can't necessarily tell them. We can't write the test for them. They have to figure it out themselves. So for us, it's a little bit frustrating. People that are already up to speed, but we have to just let this thing play out, and it's not going to be as terrible as it was intended. Let me put it that way. I guess I could kind of simplify what's been happening lately is this lesson, or the direction that Earth was going was very tragic. It was going to end very terribly, and it was almost set up by Source as a challenge for really experienced spirits. And if you could come in here and fight this off and win, it would have been like such a victory, such an incredible victory. But I'll be honest with you, I've been through a lot of challenges. Like I said, I've lived multiple lives. This one was really tough. This one's tough because and here's why it's tough. It wasn't because of its physical enormity. This module was really tough because of its complexity and its subtleness. It was so subtle. And this is what we've come here to learn, is to detect these subtle, selfish, negative entities and directions. It's almost like it's a negative service to self, uh, energy almost is what it is, and it pulls you in, and it's kind of meant to separate us. Like, would you fall for this? Could you get sucked into this? It's like the dark side versus the good side, and then like once you go down that path, it's really difficult to get out of. Um, so these as everything, when you know, just even being on the physical world, let alone the spiritual world, everything is about choices and consequences. So that's kind of what this is all about. That's kind of what it's all about, guys. Um, so, but again, like um, they told me that everything is under control, including getting shots and potential flus and economic crashes and tsunami, like all these things they were planned. It was absolutely planned on going to go down this road. But it's like the good guys, source, God, whatever you want, stepped in through a lot of help, a lot of assistance that came here to help as well. But it's been nullified, but yet we never stopped it completely. In other words, we took the tragedy out of it, like as in it's not going to go down that dark path and be terrible, but it's just enough for us to all still have be able to learn these lessons. These are all lessons and choices for us. So that's kind of what it is. So what's going on is, so in other words, we're safe, we're okay, we're doing good. But it's just enough tragedy in this play for us to learn something to pick up from. So that case, that's kind of the message. And I've been told this over and over again, but again, they just kind of reaffirmed it last night, saying that don't worry. It's like even when I came in here, I was, it's it can go south really quick. But they said, no matter what, don't worry. I'm being protected, I'm being watched, and I'm being kind of helped out. So they said they won't let me go through stuff that I can't endure. So, and I've endured a lot, but I mean, there's a lot of people out there endured a lot worse things out there, and that's kind of why we came here to stop all this. But anyway, ultimately, what I'm saying is the victory's still ours, but we just have to play this out, and this is kind of being prolonged, not prolonged necessarily, well it is actually, to help the other students of this class, because we're all kind of learning together, the ones that haven't picked up on what's going on yet, because it's subtlety. Like I said, these are just, man, this trap here is just incredibly hard to overcome. So basically, I'm saying stay positive, because we've already won this. We just have to go through this together and wait for everybody else, all the rest of the students, to get up to speed, sort of. And it's I guess what I've been told is it's more like we're waiting for a certain percentage. We can't wait for 100% of the students to wake up and get up to speed. It was too complex, too difficult. This is really hard. But yeah, we're gonna come out of this fine. So don't worry too much. So I'm trying to tell you guys everything's okay. It's under control. It's definitely under control. It's a controlled lesson. That's the best way I can explain. And there's still tragedies going on, but it's meant to really. In other words, that's the only way we learn stuff is when we fail. And there's still lots of small failures, but we've won, though. We've won this battle, as you'll soon see. Okay, anyway, just kind of a little bit of encouragement that they gave me, and I just wanted to pass it on. And look forward to a good week. There's a lot more truth going to be revealed. Okay, bye.